My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 10th, 2026. It is 3:05 a.m. So I've been online trying to put a list together. So I don't want to take any more time to go through Twitter to find stuff. So whatever I have, I'm going to share with you because my husband is working from home today. All right, so there's this here. Our Prince and Princess serving looks. Okay, these are for the squaddies who are into fashion. I saw it. I just put on the list. Okay, quietly elegant looks still turn heads on the red carpets this week. All right, so there's Harry and Meghan. There's no comment. Okay, so someone else is talking about it from another tweet. There's Nelly. Vogue loves it when the Duchess steps outside. Congratulations, Meghan, on being named one of this week's best dress. You and Fox look absolutely stunning. Okay, let's see what they say so far here. Best dress stars of the week found beauty and restraint. Okay, who? Meghan Markle, and there's that. Constantine, what? The David Foster Foundation 40th anniversary celebration. Okay, so they're just naming where they were. Let's see. Any squad is talking about it? No. Alright, I cover. Let me pause this. I cover this on PYTE. Alright. So if you go on PYTE, you'll find a lot of information what the squad were talking about. Just in case you are new to my channel, you happen to stumble on this video for the first time, I have another channel, PYTE, where I talk more about the positive things about Harry and Meghan and things like that. If YouTube allow it to be monetized. If it demonetized, which it had happened before, then I'll put everything over here. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, speaking of, I sometimes chuckle at the thought of William giving Kate Big Blue knowing its history. There was no love behind it. Diana picked it from a catalog. Oh, Big Blue, okay, the ring, I guess. No. Diana didn't pick the ring. It's Charles who picked it, so I'm not sure what they're talking about. There was no love behind it. Diana picked it from a catalog. William then even adjusted to add element of Catherine's personal taste or style to it. William had no specifics of the ring. Okay, so there's the ring when asked in his engagement interview. Charles picked the... I don't even think it was Charles who picked the ring either. I think it was one of those men in gray suit. Let me pause for a second. Okay, so I asked Google, Prince, oh, I didn't even put, did Prince Charles choose his engagement ring? Prince Charles did not choose the famous sapphire engagement ring for his 1981 proposal to Lady Diana Spencer. He instead presented Diana with a selection of rings bought by the Crown Jewelry Javard, allowing her to pick out her own. She selected a 12-carat oval Ceylon sapphire surrounded by 14 solitaire diamonds. Okay, so that's how it went. For some reason, I thought that men in gray suit went and get it for him, and then for him to give to Princess Diana. But anyway, so there it is here. Okay, from Google. All right, so back to this. William then even adjusted to add element of Kate's personal taste or style to it. William had no specifics of the ring when asked in his engagement interview. He very much seemed like he didn't care at all. That's what happened when you are forced into proposing to the only woman who wants you, I guess. Okay. I don't know if he was forced. Well, then again, I heard stories allegedly that all the other women he was interested in and didn't even want to date with him. Okay, let me see here. That's a retweet she's responding to. I love the fact that Harry picked out the most gorgeous, elegant, timeless, and classy pieces from Diana's collection to give to her. He has impeccable taste when it comes to jewelry for Meghan. Harry is very thoughtful, and he may not believe it, but based on some of the things that I've seen him said and wrote and talk about Meghan, he's like a freaking poet. He knows how to write poetry. All right. It was a here damn ring. He's like, here, take the damn ring. After dragging it out for 10 years and knowing everyone will want to know all about the proposal, he still did the absolute list, and she was more than happy to receive it. What the F are you talking about? You think Meghan doesn't wish she had that? Oh, please, please. The moment I heard the squad were talking about the ring that the proposal ring and things like that, I was like, that was a curse ring. All right, another idiot, William and Catherine living rent free, and you. Okay, so this pretty much said you triggered. Let's move on. Let's move on. I don't even know what to say anymore. You could read the rest. Meghan doesn't care about this thing. If Meghan wants something, guess what? She goes and buy it herself. All right, next week. Okay, look at Harry's eyes looking at William talking BS. What if Prince Harry had been born first and Bullyboy was the spare? How different things would have been, or would they? Would Prince Harry had been brought up to be so immersed in duty that his real character would have been suppressed? For this part, I don't know, to some shape or form, I think it would be suppressed, but at the same time, I think Harry still behind his mind, he still know from right and wrong. He doesn't just leave his thoughtful, his questionable of things. He doesn't let it go. I think he will still question things, because they still try to do a lot of things to him, even though he was the spare. Okay, he didn't just let things go. He was still fighting these people despite they were trying to direct them in a different path. Okay, they were trying something similar to William, what the palace did to William, but in a different branch. They wanted him to somewhat subdue to William's being the heir. Okay, he accepted it. In my humble opinion, he accepted his position as the spare, but he was still questioning things. All right, but if he was the heir, he will definitely understand his position. He will definitely understand his position. He will not put up with BS, because Harry understands the system of the monarchy. He is a monarchist. I don't know about now, because this is where he came from. Okay, he grew up in it, but Harry always understands his position and the power his family possesses. Look how he tackled the tabloid over there. Without him, there is no content for them, for the papers to write about.
4 times I asked the palace, or maybe 3 times I asked the palace, if we, as a media group, could meet Meghan, and it never happened.
So he understands that access completely. If he doesn't give them access, the paper have nothing to write about. Okay, so it would have been something slightly different. He will probably still have the mindset, but I don't think he will just, remove his brain and throw it in the garbage and let men in gray suit, put BS in his brain. Let's see here. Nature versus nurture. William was nurtured to think he's untouchable, but even if he were born second, I believe his natural character and personality will have emerged. If Harry were firstborn, William would have been more jealous, and he might do everything he can to sabotage Harry. That's a very good perspective. Okay, let's put it. Okay, it's still small. Okay, I agree with that. Let me pause for a second. I'm running out of space. I don't have any more. I think Harry would be more determined to pursue his goal. H understand the position of the royal family. I don't think he would have let men in gray suit to narrate his path. Similar to another comment below, William will be even more jealous and he might do everything he can to sabotage Harry. That character will stay. I can't write anymore. So, did I read enough? I think that for Princess Diana took while pregnant with William may have had consequences, just saying. It's Chuckle's and Carmilla's fault. Okay, agree. Something definitely happened to William and virtue as he was born abnormal. I read on here yesterday that if he had been the heir and married Megan, she would have been accepted as the heir is everything and golden. That's a different point, but that racism is so deep. Their racism is so deep. And I don't think Harry would have had that freedom to meet Megan the way that they did. There's a lot of things that shape people where this person said nature versus nurture, because they sent Harry places that the others will not send the heir.
I get all of my passion, inspiration, and energy from young people, and that is from the ages of 6 or 7 in the Caribbean, when you get a 6-year-old turning around to you and telling you exactly how much damage your country and the developed world is causing them, all the way to 28, 30-year-olds who, at some point in their life, have already a better understanding of duty and service than I ever did at that age. Because it's all about giving back. So yeah, I think that, look, lots of people say that, oh, your job of traveling the world is wonderful. Of course it's wonderful. But when we get sent to some countries, we don't always get to see the beautiful parts. We're always there trying to deal with some of the issues, but also doing everything we can to bring people together.
Okay? Let me put it that way. The heir was sent. No, not the heir. The spare was sent places that they will not let the heir go. So due to Harry's travel of encountering different people and understanding the struggle people are going through, it's very hard to explain. I don't think Harry would have encountered some of those experiences and understanding that he now possesses. I believe it's due to the travel and the freedom that he had to go places, because he could easily go to Africa. They don't care where he's at. Okay? But the heir, there is a more protection for him. So it's very hard to say. But if the character of the person remained true, even though if he was the heir or the spare, then I would say Harry would have been a better heir and future king than William if, the role were to reverse. But the thing with nature versus nurture play a good role in that aspect. But I don't know, with what you're born with, how much, if that shape you. It's very hard to say. To say. Right? And I post this on my community board. Let me pause and go see what some of the people in my comments says, because I posted on my community board. Okay, so there it is on my community board. 5 people likes it. Let's see here. I always said that Diana threw herself down the stairs when she was pregnant with Willie because she knew something wasn't quite right with him before he was born. She never threw herself down the stairs when she carried Harry. Just saying. And I think there's probably some forces out there. Maybe reading this, I'm thinking, I always talk some crazy stuff anyway. So maybe she felt that some forces in the palace, whenever they're gonna have the heir, that force, that invisible force did something from within. So Diana probably felt it. But then again, let's say, for instance, let's say there was a miscarriage or something with the firstborn, then that will follow the next one based on what I'm saying. Okay, so there's the heart here. Hello. If really was the spare, it would have been worse. He will sell stories about Harry and just be a terror. The birth of rearrangement doesn't change a person's dark heart and energy. That's a very good way of putting it. Charles says something to Diana about Willie when he was a baby. Charles is a smart man. What did he say? Was it? Oh, the only thing I could think of, I think William was a baby or something. I don't think Harry was born yet. Where Charles said he's kind of dumb or something like that. I think that's what she's making reference to. Even Harry was heir. To think his character would be the same and would have carried on his princely duties and being crowned like his mom Diana, in which he actually helped people because he is his mother's son, and he would have still been good King Harry, and the monarch would have been so much better off. I truly believe that. But then again, remember, Diana have said that the heir, she already knew it was for the palace, for the system. So she allowed the palace to do certain things to William because he was destined to be heir. But then when she had Harry, that's when she sort of said something like, that's hers, so she will train Harry to be, let's just say the spare. Let's say if the role were reversed, it would have been the spare. So in that aspect, if I'm thinking of it in that way, then Diana will, because each child show their personality. So as both boys were growing up, they will show their trait, their personality. So Diana would adjust according to their, let's say, the spare, which would have been William. Okay, remember we're doing the role reverse. So William would have shown his character. So Princess Diana will adjust her parenting based on that. And you could see, for instance, there's some pictures where William was displaying some bad personality. There's a picture where Princess Diana was tapping William in the butt or something like that. So in that aspect as well, Princess Diana would teach William in a different way. But then the jealousy, the jealousy then show until he's adult, but there's videos of William showing jealousy. There's the bunny aspect of thing where they give it to him first, he didn't want it. Once they give it to Harry, can I have it? Can I have it? Things like that. The puppy thing, showing his authority over Harry. If that was the role were to reverse, will he show that kind of authority? Because since that young age, they were showing him that he's above Harry. It's very hard to explain. I don't even think I'm making sense here. Okay, we are all more than just birth order. It's our experiences that shape us. There's the nurture versus nature. Harry hard time as heir, and the good shaped him into the man we admire and Meghan loves. There's more. Oh my god, I didn't know it was that much. Harry born first would change that. One example, William wasn't allowed frontline service, hence he flew rescue. Not 100% safe job, it has risk. Harry saw combat due to the media's leaked. Saw the wounded on the flight home. He restrained in one of the hardest aircraft, the Apache, saw Warriors game in the US, as he was the prince who saw combat. Harry experience led to Invictus game. Yeah, that's the thing I was saying, nature versus nurture, which I agree with the person who said that. It's very hard to explain. But well, even so, let's say their mind remained the same or something like that. Will William have that, experience or knowledge to say, or would he even have to, will William, if he was the spare, have the mindset to go to war? Okay, will he want to do that? Or will he just want to go party? And know he is a prince and don't give a F. and just party away. I don't know. It's very hard. It's very hard because I don't know. I think the point I was trying to make, but I lost chain of thought, is that will William be interested in going to joining the army? Okay, will he want to do that? And let's say he did go to the army. Okay, the military. That's the word, military. Once he joined the military, would he? Let's say there was the Invictus game. He went and participate, or I don't know. Did they send Harry to go see the Invictus game, or did he, while he was in the U.S. and someone told him go check it out? Okay, so let's say all of those steps that Harry have taken. Will William have the mindset and said, let me make this global. Let me turn the Warriors game into Invictus for every military people around the world. Will he have the mindset to do that? Okay, because what we have seen William displaying, it's incompetence. Yes, he did the earth shot. Who pretty much gave him the idea for the earth shot? Okay, he's not really working hard enough for me to say he will have the mindset to put all of this together and say, okay, let's do the Invictus. Even though Invictus is a copy of the Warriors game. All of that. So I don't think William will be able to do some of the things. Most likely, what I see he would have done if he was the spare, he would just be partying away. He understands his position. He's not gonna be king. He enjoy partying, so he will continue to be partying. Alright. Then what the media in the UK want, where the spare will be like a freaking clown, so they could keep on writing about him. So they will get that out of William. And then another point, one of the comment made is that he will be sabotaging Harry's reign probably due to jealousy. These are the kind of things he's showing, he's displaying. Will this still be instilled in him despite some of the things Princess Diana have taught him when she was alive and all of that? So anyway, let's get back to the original recording. Next tweet. The look like they really have fun together. Okay, the look of love. Yeah, it's like they were in their own bubble. The moment I saw this picture, I was like, they are in their bubble. Okay, body language, fire, 100%. All right, let's go to the next tweet. There was a lot of retweet of this. I shared it on PYTE and I said much more. All right, next tweet. And another one, Kama is not letting the grass grow. Leave good people alone. So who was that? The person I looked into to find out who she was, where she what do you call this? She joined what is it? A reality TV show, and then out of nowhere she started talking. Allegedly, I didn't see what she said about Meghan, but it was said that she talked negative about Meghan. Okay, Olo Jordan says, separation has been incredibly painful as James opened up about struggles. Okay, so that's from Hello Magazine. Less than 24 hours after confirming their separation, after 26 years together and 22 years of marriage. Well, that's pretty long. How old are they though? Okay. Marriage Strictly Come Dancing. James and Ola Jordan have spoken out about how they are feeling, while also revealing some of the challenges James is currently facing. Click the link before. Wow, that's very hard. Damn, they look so young to be married for that long. 26 years. So they must have gotten married very young. Let me pause for a second. Okay, so I just typed her name here, Ola Jordan. Okay, so they married in 2003. She is now 43. So if she married in 2003 and she was born 1982, so she's probably was 21. So they got married very young. They got married very young. I don't know who the husband is. Okay, let me see something here. Okay, I just found out that I wasn't even recording. So James Jordan was an English ballroom dancer. So they got married young. And some of the thing that I said, I don't know if I recorded it. I think they got married. She got married when she was 21. So I was like, they were pretty young. It's gonna be hard for her to move forward. And then I started reading this. That's when I realized I'm not recording. Don't tell me these two were bashing Megan. He was the former this and that. People always find their way to the hate train to recapture their past glory. So I read these already back in 2020 when Harry and Meghan docu-series came out. So he was bashing them. So Karma is doing its thing. So let Karma continue. I don't need to add to it. You could pause and read this, but I'm moving on. I don't need to add more. Next tweet. Okay, so there's this here. Derangers are doing... Okay, Derangers are going to write less here since X is changing some of their rules and engagement is not the only requirement to get paid. Okay, I don't know the rules. Okay, good. Oh, the Derangers are so angry. Really? How so? Let's see here. Okay, not sure of details, but I posted info from an AI summary. See in this thread. It looked like good news. We'll see. Oh, just read it. Thank you. Maybe due to some of those lawsuits that I've shared on my community board where Facebook and other platform are being sued, maybe because of that. I don't know. It sounds like the era of wide open hate grifting may be coming to an end. Time to separate the organic, likely pathological derangers from the artificial opportunistic derangers. Okay. AI X ends its revenue sharing program. Replace it with original content rewards program. September 2026. New rules penalize engagement bait and recycle content. Shift away from a raw impression count to focus strictly on original ideas, reporting and commenting from verified users. Megan Mo. Okay, so I very rarely post on X anyway. I usually respond to tweet. When I do post on X, it usually is something that I'm thinking about and I want to clear it off, and usually takes a long thread. Very rarely I do that, but when I do, it's like a thread. Okay, next tweet. So I'm not sure if these pictures are real or if they are AI. Okay, so that's my disclaimer. I come across that and I thought I share it with you. The wedding of Tom Holland and Zendaya. All right, let's see. So that's their pictures here. Wearing like spider web type of thing. I don't know if it's real. Okay. It looks real. I don't know. There's that here. I don't know. It looks real to me. But use your own judgment. Damn, that cake must have... If it is true, it must be expensive. So his suit have the web. Let me see the other ones. Did he have the web? Hard to see. Maybe it did. Let me pause for something. Let me Google it. Alright, so I Google it. I literally just copy the caption and put it here. So this is what we're seeing here. It looks very simple. Oh my god, they look so young. So young. Let's just hope it lasts. Let's just hope it lasts. Look at the other one I was just looking at. She got married at 21 and look what happened. It looks very simple. They got the money and it looks very simple. There's the... Alright, so the other one was a fake. It was an AI. That. Okay, so that's that. Okay, these AI pics are actually insane. The detail on the dress and that cake is next level. I know. Thank you very much for this fire compliment. I really put a lot of love into this creation. Okay, so it is AI. It is AI. Alright, so that is it. I have more when I do my next recording. It's gonna be a little bit more like politics and whatnot, so it may not be for you. So I'm gonna keep it separate. Maybe this, I'll put it on this video. The only reason I put it is because of Snoop Dogg. I'm not sure if I think Snoop Dogg is like a MAGA type of thing. I think I'm not sure if he support Trump, but I think he sang in Trump's whatever his that ballroom thing. Saw this at a gas station today. When someone's not happy with the way their life has turned out, they may lash out at the people they're envious of. Because I remember at one point, actors, big name actors, did not do commercials in the States. However, they used to do commercials only overseas. For some reason, I don't know why, if it damaged their images, but that used to be the thing. But now they doing all sort of gigs here every now and then. All right. So yeah, the only reason I put that was of Snoop, and I think of MAGAs or something. Let me look into Snoop Dogg. Okay. The Snoop Dogg support Trump. Snoop Dogg has expressed personal appreciation for Donald Trump and performed at his 2025 inauguration festivities, though he maintained he does not actively endorse Trump's political party. He's staying somewhat neutral, because if he did not support Trump, he would not be singing for him. But I think some people, I don't know, because lately everything is upside down. People with money, once they want to protect whatever they've like accumulate, they want to protect it, because Trump, he's moving or behaving like a mafia type of thing. So I don't know. There's something Snoop Dogg knows that I'm not aware of. But anyway, that's that. Okay? That's the only reason I put it. Next tweet, which will be on my next video, we're gonna start talking about things like that. President Obama 10 suit. Okay? So it's gonna focus on a little bit of politics, so I'll leave that for next video. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness, and please come back.